The first ever quadruple A game is finally here, and you know it's gonna be horrible.
Tells me, Mutahar, and I want to give out the Some Ordinary Razzies. Can Ubisoft come out and get their prize,
What's a Razzie?
please? Yeah, we're giving out the award for, so far, the worst game of 2024. Now, this is a game...
He knows. He's 100% of it. So far, worst. Man, we have a lot of time to improve. And we always do, sadly. We really always do, don't we?
known as Skull and Bones, which is a Ubisoft original. It's about an original... I make a Mutahar original at 7 o'clock in the morning every day on the...
Bro, you can actually tell that this is a Ubisoft game just from this picture of this girl right here. You can't even tell what is she supposed to be. Chinese, Indonesian, Native American? Who in God's green name knows? But it's different. But it definitely fits a lot of diversity in Vogue boxes. And if Ubisoft doesn't do it, who else will?
It's about an original... I make a Mutahar original at 7 o'clock in the morning every day on the can, okay? You don't see me branding that with this. You don't see me putting a subscription service. But of course, you know the game is...
His loss, missing out on a lot of money.
Poggers as hell when they've got like a 7-hour, 8-hour free trial just to get some people locked in the door. Yeah, this is the newest live service Slop that just dropped. Can we say it out loud? New live service Slop, boys. Get ready. The pig's trough is full again. Now, looking through the reviews for Skull and
He's almost acting like it ever has been empty.
Bones, currently it's sitting at a 64, okay? 3.4 by the...
Ah, yes, the critic score. The most valuable thing in the universe. Because when has a critic just flat out lied to your face because they got paid? Never, exactly. I know, shocking.
User reviews, but I just want to see those critic reviews, okay? You've got 3 positive, 3 mixed, 3 negative. It's a stalemate of different types of people. But of course, I want to read the best of both worlds. Skull and Bones offers the promise of adventure on the high seas. While the game focuses a little hard on its naval warfare mechanics,
I was gonna say it. It's a naval warfare game. What do you mean?
Pirate ship game. What do you mean focuses hard on its naval warfare mechanics?
See, this is why you can't take critics seriously. Ever. Ever.
I would expect it to. They are nonetheless exciting, and they don't...
Bro bought the game and thought it's gonna be a city builder. That's what happened.
Grow old quickly, though a bit grindy. I want to ask this person what their definition of a bit is in this situation. When it comes to live service Slop, it's either some people have built up. So of course I want to look down over here at the worst scenario here, and this is from PC Invasion. Instead of a gritty pirate game, Skull and Bones is a looter shooter on the high seas that keeps stepping on its own toes. I hope future seasons will transform it into a game that's good for more than novelty ship battles. Now, I love the last part of that statement. I hope a future season will just fix this game up. You know, every time...
Bruh. I mean, the Starfield expansion is going to fix Starfield. The 27th iteration of the World of Warcraft expansion is going to fix World of Warcraft. Season 255,270 trillion is going to fix Diablo 4. Boys, cope harder.
Time I talk about these games with people, they're like, but what about No Man's Sky, Muta? That dropped like crap, but look how great they made it. Look, one example out of a sea, no pun intended, of like 100 is not good, okay? In general, most of these looter shooter live service games don't really make it past, I would say, a year. This game is up there with the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League,
nice,
which is already dropping below like 1,000 players now, and it's up there with Marvel's Avengers.
Bro, it's actually a miracle Suicide Squad actually has 1,000 players, even buying that garbage.
Which is dead, okay? So this game either better pull a rabbit out of its hat, okay? Better shoot out the cannon, no pun intended, with some serious content, or it's going to die, okay, ladies and gentlemen? That's just how Mafia works. Now, you might be like, but Muta, have you tried it? Now, this is where I just like to stop.
Bro. My favorite... There's a lot of type of different brainlets in the world, you know. Some of them have toaster oven levels of intelligence. Some of them are actively trying to redefine what it means to be a low IQ. And some of my favorites are definitely the people who say, "Oh, you only play the game for 4 hours? There's no possible way you can tell it's actually bad. You need to play for 40 hours and then you know if a game's good or bad. How is it possible that someone can say after playing a game for even 10 minutes that it's bad?" Very easily, extremely easily. Okay? Most games that I have called bad, I could easily call bad in the first 15 minutes of gameplay. Most, and even more of them just from the trailers alone, it was visible that they're gonna be garbage. Dude, those are one of my favorite brainlets. The second favorite brainlets are the ones who say, "Well, you haven't even played the game." Bro, I'm not gonna play the game. Have you seen a trailer for it? It's a disaster. Why would I buy the game? That's a failure.
Up you people, okay? I have not tried this game, nor have I wasted my time downloading the free trial. I'm going to list you something amazing. This is twitch.tv. This is a website you can go to watch people play games for you, okay? Now, the reason I love Twitch TV a lot is this gives me an unfiltered view, usually
of a lot of Twitch thoughts. True.
From somebody playing a video game. And of course, what I'm going to do is just click on the average Andy, and I'm going to watch them play the game here. So here's a creator known as Antoine. Okay, it appears that they might be French, Francais.
Antoine. So absolutely culturally stagnant, Mudahar. Please.
Pas de pot parler. Let's actually hit play and see what this game has. Oh, look at that, boys. Woo! Now, if this gameplay looks similar to you, it probably does if you played something like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. If you played something like, I don't know...
Is this worse than the pirate games with ships that we got 20 years ago? Yeah, kind of looks like it. At least there you had a choice between, you know, what kind of ammo you use.
Assassin's Creed Origins, I believe, had this. Same with Odyssey,
Damn it.
Even Valhalla, even though that game was probably the worst example. But yeah, this is...
That was so lame.
Very much the same pirate-like ship design naval combat that Ubisoft has been pretty much making. Now, if you looked over here, he obviously took down a boat, killed it, and then looted it pretty much on the sea. And that's the level of immersion that you can pretty much expect from this game. If it also seems similar to something like, I would say, World of Warships, then you're kind of on that same mark here. It's a pirate ship game, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. I don't even think this is a pirate game. It's more a pirate ship experience, okay? You've got levels, you've got damage numbers. It's about as live servicey as you can ever imagine. Now you might be like, whoa, you just looked at one gamer, Muda. No. Hold on, relax. I'm on kick now, okay? This is somebody playing on the PS5. And of course, this is...
And he's probably committing domestic terrorism while playing this game also because it's kick.
Open seas, exploring it at 10 knots right now. That's how they calculated speed back in the olden days. But yeah, this is...
They still calculate speed on sea for ships with knots, by the way. They still do it.
Basically, no joke intended, the core of the game, right? Now, like most live service slop experiences, there's usually a beginning, middle, and end game, and it already seems like the community has pretty much reached its end game. I'm going to read you some banger Reddit posts from the actual Skull and Bones Reddit community.
When in doubt, Reddit out.
PvP is broken. People just fast travel in front of you and wait at your port. Yeah, we call that gang stalking, okay? You know, motherfuckers out there in front of the town hall, town hub. What? Oh, are you trying to deposit some loot there? Not on the PvP server, you're not. You're dead. As of right now, PvP is completely broken and irredeemable until this is addressed. People in groups just have one person join the event and mark positions, while the rest fast travel ahead. It's stupid. The game is shit for this reason alone. That's an actual player for the game talking about it, dude.
That actually, by the way, as funny as it is as someone is actually sad and upset that the game is bad, this is a reasonable reason to be upset, by the way, but you can't expect a lot from Ubisoft, can you?
God damn. Once you hit tier 10...
They made Watch Dogs and like 15 versions of Assassin's Creed, and no one cares about any of those.
The game becomes meh really fast. I really like this game up until...
Or was it not Watch Dogs? I don't even know. Ubisoft's garbage no matter what you tell me.
Tier 10. But then once you start doing Helm stuff, it drops real quick. Now I'm going to need hours a day just to maintain a supply network, while in fact what I want to do is fight in groups against high-level bosses and collect better gear that way. I don't mind something being hard at all, but don't be so dull as it is now, because to be frank, it's been a week now, and I noticed that I've been losing interest in the game already. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Not at all. I love this Cope post here. This is a pirate ship game? Stop with the Assassin's Creed 4 BS. TLDR, the game is about ships, not about the crew steering it. Just like World of Warships or a car racing game. I'm so full of this misconception that people are doing with this game. Your character is your ship, not you. This is not a pirate MMORPG. This is a...
Actually, I would like the fact that you could interact with the crew. Dude, you know what? Why no single pirate game will actually succeed nowadays? Because you can't have slavery, okay? Man, pirates took slaves. Pirates took a lot of slaves. And that's never going to be a part of the game. And you can make so many cool things about crews and all of the interactions like that. For example, running out of food while you know, sailing. That could be devastating. That could be cool. Then you try to avoid fights and whatnot. You pick up a bunch of slaves. You're getting attacked and you're losing, and the slave uprising starts. That would be amazing. You know, give people reason. A game like this will never succeed in the most simplest terms because it's just a shitty looter shooter. You shoot the ships. You claim the rewards, and there's nothing. Sea of Thieves is successful and people love it because it has a crew aspect, because it has risk, because it has all of these things. A one-dimensional game where you just want to find something and shoot it is kind of boring to a game that offers you finding someone to shoot, or trying to not get fined and shot by someone because you have something valuable that you need to deliver and everything's a risk. Gameplay like that would be amazing. A pirate game that actually involves good, decent mechanics and, you know, a lot of stuff like that would be great. Imagine that. You fight another ship and they use... what's it called? A scatter shot, I think it's called in pirate terms. Grape shot? Grape shot is typically what it's called in games. I don't know if it's called grape shot in real life, or is that just a nickname? But essentially, it's just you, instead of loading a cannon with a cannonball, you will load a cannon with bullets, and that takes out the crew. Imagine that. Imagine that, a situation where someone just pellets you with grape shot, and then they board you, and you don't have anything, and you're just, it's so good. It would be amazing. But obviously, that's not what you're getting. Again, these harsher themes, like, do you want to bet this game doesn't even have blood? Yeah. I mean, we have gotten to the point where actually a game that has blood in it is a rarity. Something that no one expects any longer. Remember 10, 15, 20 years ago where everyone was like, this game doesn't have blood? Yeah. Now it's completely the opposite. If a game has blood, that's like, oh my god, I never expected this.
The pirate ship MMORPG, focused about the ships and ship mechanics. So, again, I'm just going to stop right here, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, walking around your ship isn't necessarily something that, you know, it's an MMO game. You're supposed to be immersed as a character, as somebody sailing the seven seas. Now, if it's supposed to be a pirate ship game, let's be real. This is actually footage acquired by a channel known as Nick Tech. Go check him out. He's obviously covering Skull and Bones, as I am. And some of the footage that he wanted to show was a game released in 2024. Yes, this is the final build, apparently, of the game. You know, games in the PS3 era started to calculate, you know, wetness on your textures, on your characters.
Nice.
You know, maybe some sort of, like, ripple effects on the water, something that didn't look like it was out of the PlayStation 1. And he's literally comparing it to a game released 11 years ago called Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which has not only better looking water textures than what I'm witnessing over here, but just a better overall immersive experience, right? And if you thought the physics were good, this is a AAA game. Sorry, what am I...
Quadruple A game, please. Do not spread misinformation and fake news.
Saying AAA? Hold on, Muda. It's a quadruple A game. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new term that apparently Ubisoft has coined in the industry. Don't believe me? Ubisoft dubbed Skull and Bones a quadruple A game. According to the CEO
yeah, we know this.
of Ubisoft, it's a really full, like triple, maybe quadruple A game that
They unironically just called it a quadruple A game because they wanted to sell it for $70. That's the funniest thing ever, by the way.
will deliver in the long run. You know, dear God, there is just no shame. Now, if quadruple A is suddenly just live
Hey, shame doesn't give you money.
service pirate ship games with like battle passes and whatnot, we've kind of had live service battle pass experience.
And if you don't believe me, the fact that shame doesn't give you money, ask your local crypto influencer how rich he would be with shame. Not a lot.
For damn near over 5 years now, 6 years, a very long time, okay? I would remember the first battle pass that I really actually even saw on the market was probably in the PUBG era, the Fortnite time, the initial release of that kind of content. Since then, every big release has had a battle pass. What this game does...
Bro, they had battle passes before you were born.
...is not substantially different than anything else that we've seen. So, of course, I decided to dig deeper and see just where Skull and Bones came from. And, of course, the initial Skull and Bones for this was actually somewhere all the way back in 2013. According to this actual, post and reporting by Channel News Asia, they actually had said Skull and Bones was officially launched in February 16th, but it actually started development in some time around 2013. So at some point, around this time, Ubisoft had received a grant from the EDB, that's the EDB, Economic Development Board, basically in Singapore, where they actually had money all the way back, I believe, in 2016, according to this post, to develop a AAA game title from the country of Singapore. So yes, this is a title that has been developed not just from Ubisoft, but also partly with the assistance of an...
Yeah, this is essentially the reason why they can never scrap this game, because Singapore gave them money to make it, and you can't really scrap it.
Entire country's government. And of course, obviously, I guess the stipulation for this is the product eventually had to come to terms. So there have been some hurdles along the way. For instance, according to this, it cost $200 million to basically develop this game. And of course, there's been several delays, which we've seen. There's been a reboot and then a loss of 3 creative directors. So, to be honest, it's kind of lucky that...
It could be more. It could be more. Easy. I mean, Ubisoft can do it.
We actually even ended up getting this game to begin with in the first place. And of course, the EDB from Singapore is literally a place that helps provide grants, a business-friendly environment, and whatnot in the country of Singapore. Now, of course, the initial reveal for this was all the way back in 2017, from my understanding, when they had the cinematic announcement trailer of this. And it was, again, just a CGI trailer. Wrong, then they had gameplay in 2018, and is that Michelle Rodriguez? Oh hell
wow.
Yeah, dude. What?
Family!
You tell me that I can be a pirate? What?
Family!
Why did they use her for this? You could have made a Fast and the Furious
family
game. Michelle Rodriguez makes sense. And of course, if you look at the gameplay...
Wait, did he have... He had a Skull and Bones ad before the Skull and Bones video. Oh my lord! That's good. That's good.
Looks a lot better than the final release product here. But again, it's not even close to perfect. What's funny about this whole situation too is when you look at the actual, even the big gameplay for this, back in the days of Assassin's Creed 4, boarding a ship was a pretty cool thing. You could find a ship in the wild, you could whittle it down health-wise, and then you could pull up next to it, man the harpoons, latch onto the ship, jump over to it, engage in a sword battle, and take it over. In this game, all of that thrill has basically been taken down. All you do now is weaken the ship, you roll up next to it, and then basically you board it like this. They've got kind of the same animation from Assassin's Creed 4, and then once the boarding is complete, I'm not joking with you, then you just go into this stupid menu and grab all your gear out of it. Dude, again, a quadruple A experience, you want to justify a game price going up by $10? No. This is what's basically down with this game. They have put it through so much development time on their own. By the way, mismanagement at Ubisoft. And it's cost them money, it's cost them advertising, it's cost them enough money to basically fall down into...
Hey, Ubisoft has fallen down many times and gotten stomped, but they don't care. They're like a cockroach. They can't die, sadly.
A pit, okay? Into a little bit of a money pit. And now, in order to recoup their losses, they're turning it into a live service experience, hoping that hundreds, if not millions of players hop in and pay money on microtransactions and battle passes and recoup those losses. That's pretty much what it's coming down to. And you know what? They could have had it. I would have bought this game had it been good. This game I would have bought for $70 had it been a true upgrade from Black Flag. How can you be the same company that produces this masterpiece of a game? Footage, by the way...
Oh, because it was a long time ago, and Ubisoft was less purple hit than it is now. Again, a very common way to describe the problems with now modern day gaming. A bunch of freaks are in charge. It is what it is. Anyway, that was our not boy Mudahar. It is what it is, and have a nice day. Bye bye.